Hey, you guys. Setting up live training on Instagram and on Facebook in our Facebook group, Becoming Radically Soul-Led Woman. Quite static. So let's see how we go. Yeah, it seems and I hope connection is going to be as a replay, but welcome to today's live training. Today is all about a higher reality now. Hi, Sylvia. So I'm in between screens, okay? So if you see my eyes bobbing back and forward, it's because I'm on Instagram and on Facebook. Connection is not very to my data pack. Hold on. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. But anyway, welcome to today's training and a higher reality. I don't know if you have been feeling it. I'm sure you have. So much energy moving, so much energy shifting, so many things shifting on the planet, right? Things happening. Queen's dying. I had to just put that in there. Rest her soul in peace. And, just so much big stuff. And everything is by design. I just want you to know learn how and what your Eden looks like, your divine sacred vision of Eden, which is already seated in your heart. It's a higher reality. Present experience of life, okay? And sometimes that can be very, very challenging, okay, for many, many reasons. One of them being that we have been conditioned to be disconnected from our power, disconnected from our intuition, disconnected from our soul alignment, disconnected from spirit. And there have been so many pieces coming together, which is supporting all of that coming, back into wholeness inside of you, so that you get to come home. All the pieces of you get to come home, so that you are in the fullest expression of your highest reality, which is also you being in the fullest expression of your highest self. Okay, so very exciting actually living in this time, on this timeline. It can be overwhelming for some people. And really step into your creator status as a creator of your life, 100% creator and 100% responsible for the outcomes, for the hologram that you're experiencing in your 3D reality, okay? When you're able to look at life from that lens, and sometimes it's going to be like a hard stop, like a hard, no more tolerance of looking at life through another way. Hey, Marla. Sometimes it's going to be literally you talking yourself through putting on a new lens. Okay. And that's what self-coaching is. Everybody, this is all coming online for the soul aligned woman, for the leaders of this world, the new leaders of this world. We get to really activate this inner wisdom and the inner guidance that gets to lead us, that are actually pulling you out of yourself and away from the truth of who you are, away from your essence. Okay, so it's really your Eden, your higher reality. I call it Eden because these codes have been weaving in so beautifully, the Eden codes, and it's really dropping into the planetary grid that Eden is real. Eden is in your heart. It is the vision of your highest reality that you are here to actually be part of creating. Okay, so you get to be part of that, but it's not going to happen on its own. I mean, what I mean by that is it's a choice, it's a decision that you get to make. It's an offering that's being offered to you, right? Here's a vision, here's a desire, here's something that's been seated in your heart. Here it is, you become aware of it. And now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be the one who is going to do everything she can to bring that out into the physical reality and physicalize it, manifest it through your whatever you're clearing, coming into alignment with it, getting into the frequency of it? Are you going to be the one? Okay, because it's been shown to you for a reason, whatever it is, right? In the chat, in Instagram Live, Facebook, I don't know how we're going with connection, but you're welcome to drop in questions and things in the chat. We're not going to be here for very long. It's going to be maximum a 30-minute. This possibility of your Eden. Okay, so I've got 3 little points that I want to go through with you today. First point is what it could look like to live in your Eden, in your highest reality. So tap into that. What is the potential of your higher reality? What is the potential of who you are? Like, who are you being in that reality? Who are you sharing your time with? Who are you pouring your energy into? Who are you exchanging energy with? How are you spending your energy or investing your energy? I like to use that better. Like, spending your energy feels very tiring. But if you're investing your energy into a project, into your kids, into your relationship, into what else? Your Eden, right? Your energy is going to go wasted because an invest. So if you're investing your energy in something that is seated in your heart, 1,000%, that investment is going to bring you a return. I promise you. And I will lay my hand on the Bible on that. Okay. So take a moment to just think about, what is your higher reality? What could it look like? Like, if anything was possible and there were no issues around money, there were no issues around time, there were no issues around, I don't have support. There were no issues around anything. And you could literally be in your highest reality now, like that. What does it look like? Just tap into that vision for a minute. What comes inside of you? What wells up inside of your heart? And try and take it out of your mind. Don't let your mind come in and start, I don't know, projecting stuff that, you should have that, you should have that, it should look like this. That's not your Eden. Okay, those are programs running around, just reflecting back to you what's been already fed to you from your outer reality. Okay, so I'm talking a lot with my hands. I'm Greek. So what was I saying? Yeah, get into the vision of your heart. Your heart is the portal. Your heart is the space, is the only organ inside your body that is not polarized. So just think about what that means for a minute. It's not polarized. There's no like a seesaw of energy. It's not like this pulling you there and this pulling you there. It's not polarized. There's no like conflicting energies. Yeah, Marla. Remember the movie so just happy. Like, give yourself some time. You don't have to do it now, but take the time later today, maybe tonight, maybe in the bath or in the shower, and allow this vision to actually come out of your heart. Just, you can even see it as a rose. I love to use the rose symbol. You see the therapeutic heart center helping others. Wow. Yeah, exactly, Marla. Your like me time. Allow that vision to just like unfold organically into your heart, out of your heart and into your, just like bathe you and saturate your body and marinate your body into that frequency so that you begin to come into alignment with that. Because if you're not aligned, if you're not aligned with what your soul is showing you, if you're not aligned with your business, if you're not aligned with your practices at the soul level, they're just empty practices. And that's not energy and time invested. So alignment, deep alignment is important. Okay. How to start. So Marla, she is actually one of my past clients, and she's massively stepped into like being 100% creator in her piece around this. And I think Marla you'll be able to vouch for this, is that when you take this on, being 100% responsible and 100% creator, when you actually put that hat on and you take that on, that means that you cannot blame anything or anyone else. It's basically all you. And that is actually how we create our reality. It's actually massively empowering, because that actually gives you the reins back. And you can actually tell yourself, okay, if I created this, and this is actually all happening for me, like even the most like intense, very painful experiences of your life, and we've all had them on some level or another, yourself for things that have happened in your life. It's not that energy at all. It's really the energy of, okay, if all this is happening for me and I'm the creator of my, what is the wisdom? What is the wisdom that spirit is wanting me to see, to embody, to receive, so that I can create my next higher reality? Because every challenge, every setback, I put it in inverted commas, because is it really a setback? Is it really a challenge? Is it really a problem? Everything that you experience has a gift, it has a wisdom, it has insight. And if you start to take the trail back into your past, right? And you can do that with support, right? It doesn't have to be a dramatic trail back. You can do that with support, get support. If you start to take that, and you take each one and you go back into that experience with a neutral heart as an observer, right? As an observer. You're not going back in there to experience it all again. You're going you'll be able to receive the wisdom that was meant for you in that experience. I promise you. And that will be the game changer for you in the present moment. So you actually get to bring that wisdom back with you. You lock it into your heart, you lock it in and you bring it back. And then you're able to say, oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much for what I experienced. Thank you so much for the wisdom I have gained from that experience. Thank you so much. Now I know the truth now. I know that it wasn't, my parents didn't actually, do me harm. They did what they knew was best with the resources they had, right? And all sorts of experiences that we still carry with us. So that's what I invite you to do. Going back and really taking the wisdom, because there is wisdom. If you're still holding on to some experiences of your past, if they're still coming up for you, so this is a tip, if they're still coming up for you and they're still like hovering and they're somehow entangled still in your energy, in your psyche, there's wisdom there that you haven't yet seen. There's wisdom there, there's forgiveness, there's release, there's compassion, there's growth. So just know that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the I call them shadows, right? That's something that everyone is just throwing around now. I'll call it shadows. Don't be afraid of the shadows, because the shadows actually want to reveal something to you. And every time you gain a wisdom and you move through a challenge and you come out the other side, you're actually coming out a different person. You're coming out a different person. You're coming out a higher version of yourself. Okay, so just in a mindset of curiosity around your experiences. And even with things that are not in the past but are happening like right now in your life, what are you challenged with right now? Like, drop it into chat. Let's get real. Let's get real about the current things that you're feeling challenged right now. There's so much, right? There's so many things that are knocking at the door and could possibly be challenging you right now. So even with those, you can really just be in an energy of curiosity to open up that door, like the energetic door, and just see what are you being shown about how you're responding to this experience. What is there to gain from this? And what are you being called? What are you being called forward to be part of creating? Because a challenge is actually calling you forward. It's calling you forward. It's asking you to stand up. It's asking you to step up in your game, step up in your leadership, step up in your ownership, step up in your creatorship, in your responsibility as a creator of your life. 100% creator, right? Because we're here to create Eden. I'm glad it's landing, Marla. Good. So how do you start being 100% creator of your life? You have to be willing to take responsibility. You have to be willing to be responsible for everything. Everything. So for example, if you have a business and something goes wrong, right? I picked something up today in my business and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that was happening. So I'm glad I picked it up. So the gratitude, thank you. Thank you for this, revealing. And then I took action to bring my business into alignment with what I want my business to be. So something that is streamlined, something that is clean, something that there is like no confusion or miscommunication. Okay, so you gotta be also willing to take the aligned action step. Right? So maybe there's something that you've become aware of today, and you're like got all huff puff about it, and you got all angry about it, and like, oh, you know, swearing and why is this happening and blah blah blah. Okay, and if you are 100% creator of your reality, you are the creator of your Eden. You are a soul aligned woman on this path of sovereignty. You will be able to look at that experience and say, huh. So you can get all angry about it and you can have your emotions about it. I'm not saying don't have your emotions. Okay. So how did I create this? Like this, I brought this out into my reality, and I can now like alchemize it, neutralize it, switch how I feel about it, right? So that you're no longer in the victim, you're no longer playing the victim game. Being 100% creator game. And that's such an empowering place to be and live from. You're no longer a victim. So I'll give you a quick example, another example of something that's happening right now in my life, okay? Earlier this week, I decided, just like a quick decision, to host a live stream co-creation event that's going to be happening next week, Wednesday. So I made this decision on Monday night, right? And usually when you're going to host any type of events, you need to be ready to start promoting and have 2 weeks promotion of that event, right? So here's me saying, yes, I want to do this event and it would be fun on a Monday night, knowing that I literally have 10 days, let's say 9 days until it actually goes live. So that means you have to collect your speakers, gather your soul aligned speakers. First of all, you have to think about the event title, right? What is the event going to be about? What is the spirit of this event that's being called through? The event title. Gather your speakers, enroll your speakers, get them to commit, right? And then get your team to create the whole cohort in the back end, landing pages, sales pages, emails, sequences, lists, and all of that, which takes weeks to do. Takes weeks to do, right? I've done many online takes weeks, right? So next week, I'm only having 3 speakers. Be able to find the link in my bio, by the way. It's called the Soul Activation Extravaganza. It's going to be epic. So I highly advise you to go enroll. Anyway, so the old me would have said, hell no, I'm not going to take that on. Forget about it. I prefer to be comfortable, right? I prefer to be like, sit back and, but knowing that I was being called to step into my full creatorship, to step into my full, even more fuller leadership, I said yes. And once you say yes, you cannot back out. You cannot back out from a spirit-guided, soul-aligned event or anything, commitment, relationship, whatever. You cannot back out because your soul now wants to take you through this fire. And there is a burning, there is a singeing that happens. And the old stuff that really wanted to convince you not to do that thing that would be a real stretch for you, would be a real challenge for you, that gets to go away. And then you come out at the end of that and you discover that you created this beautiful creation with like a fraction of the time that you had done before. So that is what the potential of being 100% creator of your life can do for you. You're really saying yes to, okay, into your life. You get to create this. You get to create that. It's like an offering, okay? Do you say yes? Do you say yes? And they get to be aligned. It gets to be aligned. So time-wise, time is quickening. So of course, something that could have taken me weeks to create has taken me a few days. Okay, so time is quickening, and it's really, really important to put yourself not under pressure, but put yourself in a position and in the conditions where you get to expand the capacity of your physical body, expand the capacity of your energy, so that you get to hold the higher timelines, the faster speeding timelines. You get to hold the faster speeding light, and you get to create from that. So this is what's happening. And this is how Eden is going to be built, with intuitive decisions, quick execution by people, and in my community, women who are just thirsty to experience that energy, that vibration of 100% creator. Because for eons, this power, this energy has been stripped away from the feminine template, and it is back. It has been restored. You are a creator. You are a creator. Now, whether you step fully into that is a choice. But nonetheless, you are a creator. And what realities are birthed through you is a miracle. Okay. So next and final thing, and we're going to close off soon, is what comes after you choose to live in this way. And I'm laughing because Marla sort of knows what comes after when you start to choose living this way. So first of all, the first things that start to come up in the initial stages are you're welcome, old, how can I call it? Old versions of self that really just want to like linger and stay. Those patterns and habits and templates will start to reveal themselves to you. So you will start to notice thinking patterns and habits and decisions that you're making that are actually being filtered through, Marla, it's bullshit, exactly. They're actually being all the old, bullshit. So all of that stuff starts to come up. And in the initial stages, it comes up quite fast, right? And it can be overwhelming, but it can also be a rapid cleanse. It's like a resurrection that gets to happen. Begins to dissolve, and you start to discover, yes, exactly, memories, data, it's all data, right? The old data, the debris that is basically just like luge, I'll call it luge for the programming, the matrix and everything. That old debris begins to fall away, because when you choose to be 100% creator of your life, that means you're no longer a victim. That means you start to peel away the layers of yourself that were stuck in victimhood. You start to upgrade your way of thinking, your wiring, your nervous system, your DNA, your coding. Your coding gets activated. Your higher self coding gets activated. Your Eden coding gets activated. Your divine feminine gets activated, because the divine feminine is the 100% creator. Okay, so you're like drinking in that energy, and you get to live through that energy. That gets to be like your driving force. Okay, what else happens after you choose 100% creator? Let me think. Opportunities come your way, new relationships, new partnerships, opportunities, maybe mentors, coaches, friendships, maybe new life. Maybe you've been trying to fall pregnant. Like when I did my life coach training in 2011, before I had gone on that training, we were trying to have a baby, and we were trying for 8 months. I know that's not long. It was our first tries, and nothing was happening, right? And, being first time wannabe parents, the seed of doubt started to come into my mind. Like, is there something wrong? Maybe there's a problem somewhere. So those doubts started to come in. And then I went on my training, and a month later I was pregnant. So what happens is that the old self, where old templates and patterns are imprinted and stored, that old BS begins to fall away. And then you start, time is 333. What a blessing. Oh, beautiful. So we're in the Trinity codes right now. We're in the Eden codes. I'm just getting goosebumps. Okay, guys. So just honing in this energy for you. Okay. So the old templates really gets to come in. The new, the truth, the light of who you are, the divine self, the God self, which anoints you. Can you see how my language has changed? So beautiful. The divine anoints you. Yeah, thank you. So the divine anoints you, and you get into an initiation of a new life, a new reality, a new Eden. And that's just some of the stuff that begins to happen when you start to choose this way of living. 100% creator. So that's the training for today, guys. I hope it has served you. I want to just say again that next week, Wednesday, I am hosting a beautiful live stream, full day event. It's going to be 3 speakers and me, and we are going to be really supporting the audience with the soul activation extravaganza. That's what it's called. Aligning to the frequency of your Eden, to magnetize, to live and thrive beyond your wildest imagination. That's what the event is all about. You can check out the link in my bio. It's in my Linktree bio on Instagram. In the Facebook group, I will pop it in the comments. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. For all you that are here, I hope this training has supported you. Drop in the comments if it supported you. How are you feeling? What did you receive? Send me a message if you like. Ask me questions. This is a co-creation, right? So the replay will be available on Instagram and in Facebook. I will creatorship. It was clarity for you. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad. Weekend and be the creator. You're welcome, Maria. Bye.